Hey guys, this is Andy Dandy Toys, and for this review today, we are going to be looking at the X-Men 97 Magneto from Marvel Studios. I did review the Storm action figure last week, so if you haven't checked that out yet, please do. And if you haven't already, please like, follow, and subscribe. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the package. It is the same retro card style packaging as the Storm. You have your 6 main characters here on the side panel and a nice picture of Magneto and profile of Magneto on the left here. Those on the back, we have another glamour shot of the figure. These 6 figures again in the wave. We have Magneto, Wolverine, Rogue, Storm, which I had reviewed last week, Marvel's Bishop, and Gambit. And now let's open the packaging and take a look at the figure as well as the accessories. And here is a closer look at the Magneto figure out of packaging. We're going to go into the accessories that come with this Magneto figure. These are the 2 accessories that come in the package. As Magneto actually has the open gripping hands right on him, he does come with 2 alternative fist hands here. They do look pretty good. They're molded in plastic. It matches the character pretty well. I do feel like maybe the hands are a little bit too small. Could have been a little bit better and bigger. And also, I do wish that he did come with a few more accessories as well. Maybe an unmasked helmeted head or helmet as an accessory. Here is Magneto with both of his fists actually put in. There was no looseness, there was no stiffness. It was the exact amount that you would want to have. We have Magneto with his nice shiny helmet. There's some nice shiny application of paints here with the purples as well. This is done in a different style as the original X-Men 97. I believe in the original cartoon he had the purple gloves. So for this one, I think that he's actually going to have red gloves instead. And I've also heard that in this version of the show, he's actually going to be in charge of the X-Men. So we'll have to wait and watch and find out when the show comes out later this year. Here, it is connected to a front piece on his chest. So if you'd like to take off the cape, unfortunately, you won't be able to do that. But that's also a good thing. Just because it is connected, I would actually prefer to have this connected on. It is loose on the back here. But again, if you take off his head and pop off the head, it is connected. It is a plastic cape. It's molded in purple plastic. I do wish that we had gotten cloth, but I still like the fact that it's a pretty good cape. It's soft, pliable plastic, and it's a good purple color and matches all the colors and tones. Here's a little quick back look on the figure himself. And they also have the molded buttons here for the back of his cape. So this looks really good. There is a peg here. So the peg actually sits in on a hole on his back. So that's pretty cool too. So it will stay in place. Now, looking at the rest of the figure itself, we have molded plastic in purple, as well as paint applications here, and on a pretty much red body with molded red plastics. But taking a closer look at his face, I do like the fact that they did the smoky eyes, and it looks like it gives him that shadow effect. And they've done a really good job at the tampography as well as the true effects on this figure itself. It has a little bit of an emblem there on him, and he does definitely look menacing. So for Magneto's articulation, we're going to take a look at the head, and he can look up this much and down this much. Not that much there. I think it's on a dumbbell joint. Going to his arms, he has double jointed arms, which work pretty well. So they go in this deep with the double cut. Ab crunch goes forward this much, backwards this much, so he actually goes back quite a bit. And looking in the back here, we have double jointed knees for him. The legs have an ankle rocker, as well as ankle pivot. You can move his feet down that much, forward this much. So he can't move his foot up as much, but it definitely does go down, which if you'd like to put your Magneto on a flight stance or in a flight pose, you can definitely do that. That's going to look good. So again, we're taking a look at the figure as well as his accessories. So for a final rating of this Magneto, I think unfortunately he is a little bit of a weaker release than Storm. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. The reasons being, I do feel like if he had a cloth cape, I do feel like he should have came with more accessories, maybe an energy effect or an extra helmet. And the other thing that I felt needed some improvement here, as you can tell on his body, he does look kind of weak for a villain. I do wish he came with a bigger body. It would have made him more menacing. And just to show you guys again, so just to compare here, we have Magneto on the packaging as well as the figure. So on here, you can see how broad of a chest he has. It's very burly. He looks big. He looks menacing. And here, not to say that he isn't muscular, but he looks more just of a semi-muscular guy in a costume. So I do wish that he was a little bit of a bigger figure. And here's a quick comparison. I had done the Storm review last week. So here's a comparison between Magneto and Storm. And just to kind of give you an idea, back to back, they're about almost the same height. So again, I do remember in the X-Men 97 shows, Storm, as well as the rest of the X-Men, were a little bit shorter, and I know Magneto's presence was a little bit bigger, and you need a big enemy for the whole X-Men team. So I think that if he was in a bigger bit of had a better or bigger body, that would have helped out a lot. And that's it for today's review, guys. So thank you again for watching. I hope you like the content. Please, again, like, follow, comment, subscribe. And for next week, we are going to be reviewing Bishop.